This is unlike anything you've ever seen before in terms of accuracy and how easy this will make trading for you. Essentially, you can see that my charts are colored in a different way. Only thing that matters in here are these green candles. These green candles are tracking essentially a specific group of whales in the market that moves specifically the USD pairs, which is the only thing that we trade. These green candles, the only main thing that we want to do is to find the areas that they are rejecting. So for example, you can see that in this specific window of green candles, we had the candles coming up here and rejecting this area here. So what I'll do, I will mark this area, and I can even bring it back in here because I'll tell you why in a little bit. Down here, for example, we can see this area that's been rejecting, this area here also rejecting, so this overall area, so rejecting from here, rejecting from here. You can say that it's rejecting from here as well, so the same area. So if I draw this is definitely a zone. Now, even though yes, you went past here, if you think about it, this is just a wick. This up move and this down move is basically just a wick. So this is essentially a rejection as well. So we rejected this area about 4 times. So that shows us that this is an actual level to trade to and from. That these green candles traded to or from. Now only these green candles are what will matter. We don't care about what the red candles are doing, and they don't really care about these zones either. You can see that they just pierce straight through it and dance around. Likewise, we'll continue tracing our zones. So you can see we're rejecting up the top here, up the top here, up the top here. So this is clearly a zone that's being rejected. So rejected here, 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 and here. And down the bottom, we've got these zones just over here as well. Now we'll just trace because prices in here feel up the top as well. So we can see that this area here has been rejected twice. So we'll trace this. This over here we can trace as well. So it's a very small gap. So if the gap is that small, you wouldn't trade because it wouldn't be worth it anyway. So the good thing is that you not only know where price is going to go to and from, for example, but you also start to understand when you should trade and when you should not trade, just based on the distance between the zones, right? And this is just one pair. Let me tell you that this is just one pair. If you don't have opportunities on this pair, how many USD pairs there are? There's at least 5 that you can easily make money with the spreads. Okay, now that we have already done this, we'll go jump down to a smaller interval, say the 5 minutes. Now all that we need to do is that we know exactly what these green candles are doing. You can see already that these green candles, they usually connect in terms of tops and bottoms. And now we just need to wait for the green candles to come back to then give us a pattern inside that zone that we wait for, and we enter our trade. Now we'll just wait for the red candles to pass, so we do not trade this. This is just noise. This is just made to make you stop out. Look at this, it's just piercing through zones. This is why things like support and resistance, they never worked, right? Because people don't trade with intention. The real zones are this. I'm gonna go back in here because the pattern is somewhere around here on that zone. Now I'll put the position to roughly around here, and then this is I'll take profit, right? To the next zone. Like this is one trade, 2.73 risk to reward. Now here we got another pattern again, so we could do another trade up until the next zone, like easily. Like look how much momentum there is. Green candles on the green zones, beautiful. Can we trade again from this zone to the next? We are approaching now the half of that green time window. Usually the first 3 hours of that time window is the most accurate. So in here I would start being a bit more cautious. You can see the price is starting to reject a little more the zones, and we are reversing if anything up. So look, we already made about pretty much 8% in here, 8 times whatever we risked. So we could probably just sit on our hands now. It's already past our time frames, but let's just let it run for argument's sake. Yeah, it's already consolidating a little bit. So no, it doesn't make much sense for us to stay in. Obviously drop down, but this is already too late. To be completely honest, the pattern showed up. Yes, the pattern showed up. Would we take this trade? We would not take this trade. But the pattern showed up. You can see it went straight through from a zone to another zone. And this is essentially what the strategy is all about. You went from a zone to another zone. This repeats every single day, again and again and again. I'll just let the charts run as I talk. Like imagine having this much clarity. This is just a quick overview of what the strategy is like. This gives you clarity. It gives you exactly where the price is going to go to. Now, this strategy, I've never seen anyone trade like this before with this much clarity. Even when you go further down here and you let the things form and they don't form on the areas that we've traced already, you can easily go back there and you can see that, look at this, first and foremost, look at this. As soon as you go back to the zone here, pattern right there, beautiful trade right here. This in here, I don't even know what that will look like backwards, but if I trace back the zone to the left, I'll go on a higher time frame just because we want to see this. I'll change the color so you know that this is the actual zone. Like I'm sure that back there, this will be a green zone somehow. There'll be like a green, yeah. See, green zone. So areas that like green candle have been respecting. This is how crazy this is. Once you start understanding what these green candles are, what the pattern is, and most importantly, these zones will only work when the green candles are active. So you know exactly when to trade, how to trade, and the accuracy is honestly unlike anything else I've ever seen. So there's only one setup, one time frame, one time window, and this is just as simple as trade should be. So if you've ever thought, oh, surely there's something to it, surely there's something that I don't know, that I just need to find, this is it. I found it. It took me a long time of back testing and different concepts. I went through very expensive courses, I went through everything, and I only really figured it out when I sat down for hours back testing every single day until I found this. And now, after mentoring very few people to make sure that this actually works, I decided to now release this to the next 100 people. Now it's very limited because I'm not only teaching you the strategy, I'm not just giving you a course for you to watch the course and get the best of it and good luck, whatever. I am actually going to be mentoring you directly on how to use this strategy to get funded, to stay funded, just like the other students that I've taught and had great success, as well as myself, who has been max allocated, consistently paid out by FTMO and Funding Peeps, which are my main prop firm that I currently trade. I will be mentoring you directly. So if you join now, you'll be able to secure all of that for a very low price of $100. This is nothing compared to an actual almost 101 mentorship. Why is this so cheap? Because now it's the time for me to start building my personal brand. It's time for me to start putting myself out there. And I'm honestly losing money with this marketing, with operations costs and everything else. And the time that I'm actually putting into this is going to lose me money. But this is a small price to pay over the objective that I want, which is to first get your testimony to help me build my personal brand. So you have the advantage now to join the group, learn this strategy, which is unlike anything you've ever seen. If you're tired of losing, if you're tired of second guessing trades, you get in a trade and you don't know what to do, tired of looking for the perfect strategy on YouTube, this is it. Just look at it, just give this a shot. Worst case scenario, what's gonna happen? You cancel and good luck. But at least I'm sure that just learning this, even if you just learned this and even if you move on, this will completely change the way you look at the charts. And no matter whatever else you try in future, you look back and this will be the backbone of your trading strategy, because this is just insane accuracy. You see the charts like you've never seen before. So join now before it's too late. There's only 100 spots because I'm personally involved. I can't handle a lot of people, 100 people, and that's it. So join now. More information is down below.